Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for saving my life.
Give blood to the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
I'm Ebong.
I'm Sonya.
And I'm Kate.
And today we're dishing with you from Ferme, which is located at 7101 Brookville Road in Chevy Chase. And actually, before we continue, this is amazing French
Doesn't
food.
it just make
I
you
haven't
feel
had it
like
yet.
you are
Smelling
in
this way, and we just
Yeah.
ordered wine, so it's all.
And the roosters everywhere. I mean, I feel
French
like I'm in
food is
France.
some of the best food. So good. All the sauces and everything. But anyway, we're going to talk to, while I go off in my reverie, I'm not an actress.
Reverie.
But the people that are getting Oscars on March 7th sure are. And we're going to be talking to Joe Carden, who is the chair of this year's Academy-sanctioned Oscar night here in the city. It's benefiting the Red Cross. Joe, how did you come to be involved with this?
I work at the Homeland Security and Defense Business Council, and
Natural. That just comes together.
I'm not seeing how that comes together.
our members have an interest in having small and medium-sized businesses in the DC area be prepared for an eventuality of either man-made or natural disaster. So we started a relationship with the American Red Cross, and then I decided that in my life I wanted to do something that was more than just about me. And so I started getting involved personally in the philanthropy world, and specifically with the Red Cross, because it's an obvious overlap with my work, my day-to-day work. And so you and I have been on the committee, and Ebong was on the committee before. And
I have never been on the committee,
We'll
but
get
I
you
have
on the
seen
committee.
Next year.
I've seen some
One of these
movies, and
things
I've
is not like the other.
I've already come up with my acceptance speech for the party. Well, tell us about the party. Is it sort of the Oscar party here on the East Coast?
It's
replicates it with the
it's an
carpet and everything.
Yeah, there's only 50 Oscar-sanctioned parties in the United States that have an opportunity to raise money for whatever specific charity that you're interested in. But to get their sanction, you have to have a certain level of quality, level of marketing and attention to detail that they want to protect their brand. And obviously the Red Cross and the group that we've pulled together can meet that level. So I think it's going to be an exceptional event for the up and coming and already established young professionals in the city who want to have a good evening, but also want to do something important for their American Red Cross, because it's the local chapter that we raise money for. It's the folks that deal with all the local fires. They also support the military men and women that come in through Andrews.
They're the first ones there when they come off the plane.
They are.
When they come back.
I mean, it's the American Red. This chapter, the American Red Cross, and the USO that do a majority of what I would kind of consider like the managed services after the fact. How do their families find out how to get to different places? Where do they stay if they've got to stay in Walter Reed for an extended time period? Things of that nature.
Well, tell us. Good work. I want to hear about the party. Not that it's very important what the Red Cross is doing. But tell me now about the party.
The party this year.
I'm already bought into the Red Cross. So.
Well, first of all, it's a black tie.
Nice.
For obvious reasons.
Okay, right. Because Brad Pitt does it. If it's good enough for Brad Pitt, it's good enough for me.
Will there be a red carpet?
There will be.
Will there be paparazzi?
There will be.
Good.
The swag bags, even for the VIP tickets.
Okay.
The most importantly, I think, for this year is that we've raised the level of the event considerably. This year, it's going to be at the Museum of Women in the Arts, which is on 13th in New York. And if you haven't been in there before, it's a very kind of high Renaissance. With
Old
nice
Hollywood
pillars.
feel.
Yeah, it has very much a kind of a large ballroom kind of feel to it, double layered with huge stairwells.
Great space.
No
Yeah.
TVs in there though. How are we going to watch the Oscars?
Actually, we'll have huge flat screen TVs all over the place, so there'll be lots of opportunities to view the party as well as each other and have just a great night.
Well,
So.
Hollywood's very different than DC, but I would say we're often likened to Hollywood in a good way or a bad way. How do you think that we can have a true Hollywood Oscar night here? What do we need?
Well, one of the things that our stars are the politicians, and so we have 7 senators and 39 congressmen and women who led their names to this event to show how important it is to raise money for the Red Cross. And obviously we've got quite a few, I think, different local celebrities coming that we'll be releasing as time goes on. But one thing that's quite interesting is that Arch Campbell, who covers the Oscars and entertainment from WJLA, will be there reporting live, and then Pamela Brown, right, who is one of the reporters there, is going to be our MC. And so she's done this the last couple of years and is obviously excellent for these kind of things. And this is something that she cares a lot about.
One of the biggest things that we really like about events in general in DC, that I like, are the swag bags.
Right.
And I know you can't tell us everything, but give us some insight as to what we would expect in the swag bag.
Well, it's probably close to about $1,000 worth of merchandise and discounts.
That's totally the Oscars.
Yeah,
and the proper swag bags too, not the stuff with paper. Just
no, it's real.
Stuff.
It's
You're all about not wanting the swag bags with the paper and the rocks.
Nobody
and
wants
like, no.
paper and rocks.
No, I agree.
It's everything from discounts at your favorite restaurants in town to opportunities. Discounts for different wine tastings and things like that throughout the city. There's kind of luxury lifestyle opportunities as well in that. So
Luxury lifestyle opportunities. I don't know what that means, but it sounds great. It sounds very Hollywood.
So I think
it's a nice way of saying beauty supplies and things of that nature. Spa treatments and things.
Nice.
Right.
everybody wants to know on Oscar night about Best Picture, male leading actor, leading actress. Are we gonna have any superlatives? You think we'll do like a best dressed at this event? Should you come dressed to impress?
Absolutely.
Black tie.
It's a black tie.
Yeah, but black
so
tie doesn't always mean black tie in DC, so I'm just asking.
the good thing about black ties is that it makes the women stand out even more. All the men look the same.
We like that.
And so over the last couple of years, we've had beautiful women show up in their finest dresses, and we anticipate exactly the same kind of crowd this year. There's a great opportunity in DC to actually do something that's important as well as fun, and so it's an important thing for people to come and take their time and their money to be part of this important event.
Now, you said you have Pamela Brown as the MC, so is there like a simultaneous things are happening while the Oscars are being given away? How does it work?
Correct. The program kind of ebbs and flows throughout the night based on how the Oscars ebb and flow. So we'll be watching Steve and Alec to see how they kind of navigate through the awards throughout the evening, and as they break for commercial, then we'll break for certain things to recognize our sponsors or talk about some of the things in our silent auction, which will have a fairly substantial silent auction opportunity as well, as a way of continuing to raise money at the day of for the Red Cross.
What do you think about the 10 movies being moving it up to 10?
I grew up when, I think that's great. I mean, I think it's not just important. Think of all the great actresses and actors who never actually won an Oscar. Being nominated is almost as important as actually winning in some respects. And so I think widening the net a little bit is good too. Also allows for different types of movies that might not have ever been considered to kind of break through that publicity level. So it's good, I think.
Well, he says being nominated is just as important, and we think being there is just as important. It's March 7th, the only officially Academy-sanctioned Oscar night party in the district. You know you're going to be watching it, so make sure you're there dressed in your black tie. And he says it's really a black tie. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And as always, thank you for joining us on this episode of The District Dish.
Thank you.